welcome to my scrapping space. I'm Joni Martin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator located in Southwest Wisconsin, and I'm here to share this fun and easy card. What do you say we get my face out of the way and we start designing? So I offer an in-color club at the beginning of every new annual catalog, and this month we are celebrating Pretty in Pink, one of the new in colors, and this is a card kit I sent my in-color club customers. This is a card you could do in a variety of colors. I'm going to show you a tip if you want this instead of a standard white background. I didn't want that. I didn't want embossed. I do embossed a lot. So I'm going to bring it closer so you can see I splattered the background. Now I tend to go for subtle, but if you want something with more of a in your face or just more color, that's easy to do too. So I'm going to show you how I splattered the background. I started with a piece of basic white. And I've started it for you because I will tell you this takes a bit of time and you don't want to watch me the whole time. So I have my Pretty in Pink Stampin' Up marker and I'm going to use the brush end. So it's the wider. This one is called a bullet end. See how that's not quite as wide? There, I'm trying to get so it's not so blurry. Okay, so we're going to take that off and we're just going to tap it against something. I happen to use my Wink of Stella. I could use the other marker, whatever you want. And you're going to tap it and kind of aim it down. And you're just going to, and I know that's an annoying sound, but you're just going to keep doing that until you get as much color as you want. And what I found to be helpful, so for example, there's a lot more pink right here. It kind of seems to land in one spot. So then I just rotate it and keep doing that. Now I'm doing mine on my glass mat, and when we're done, we're just going to wipe off the excess. If you're doing, I would put pizza, if you don't have a glass mat, which I love crafting with, then I would look at adding up maybe just some scrap paper or something underneath, because it's not all going to land on your card, and there's going to be some overspray. And then, oh, that looks, I like that. Wait, so there's lots of pink on here, and sometimes to help a color stand out, you need a touch of contrast. So I also used much less, but I grabbed Summer Splash, which is such a beautiful soft color, also one of the in colors, and also a marker that I know my in color club members have. And I did the same. It's just that I did a lot less of it. So it's just like a touch of contrast through there. And of course you could do this with whatever colors you want, as many colors as you want. It's a very subtle look, but it's noticeable when you look at the card. My amazing high school helper was packaging card kits for this club, and she said, how'd you get that spackle on there? Or what, I don't even know if that's what she called it, but all the dots. And so you can tell it when you see it. Okay, so let's look at what else we did. I have 3 shapes on the front of my card, 3 different prints in Pretty in Pink. In the catalog, you can get 6x6 paper packs in each of our color families. So that means you could get a regal, a bright, a subtle, a neutral, and then you can get in color. This happens to be 24/26, and right on top is Pretty in Pink. Each pack has 4 sheets, and there's 2 designs, actually 4, because there's 1 on each side. So there's that, and the same design will be in all the colors. And this, and this. So what I did in the card kits for my club members is I sent them 4 shapes, and they can pick which 3 prints they want in the front. So let's grab those out. And so we have this, and we have that. I love this floral. We have to use that. And we just kind of lay them. And these are going to get glued flat. You just want to kind of look and see where you want them. Now, those of you who have seen me craft before know I spend way too much time trying to get things centered. So there's a couple options. You could purposely not center them, and you could do this. Okay, that works. I kind of like that. But if you wanted them centered, this is how I did it. I have a strip of paper that's 3/4 inches wide. I measured and knew I needed 3/4 on each side. And then I just laid this down. Whoa, run away. And did that. And then I knew they were centered like that, okay? But what do you say we kind of sidestep them this time so we can see which look we like best? So if we're going to do that, this is going to go here and here and here. And what I'm aiming for is about the same distance apart and the same distance from each end. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now here's the thing. This pretty little glimmer piece is going to catch your eye anyway, so if they're not perfectly aligned, it's okay. I'm going to grab a tape runner. You could also use your favorite adhesive, like the multi-purpose glue would work really well too. And then I'm going to line that up there. And again, guys, these don't have to be like, I spend way too much time trying to make things perfect. I would tell you this, if you have an item of, you know, more than 2 that you're lining up, start with the outside ones and then center whatever's left in the middle. Also, you just want them straight. So like I'm just trying to make sure they're straight along here. And then we'll put that one in the center. So as you watch me play with this, are you thinking, that's kind of a neat shape, Joni, where'd you get it from? Well, let me tell you. We have in the catalog, this is the annual catalog. If you don't have this annual catalog, reach out to your favorite demonstrator. If you don't have a demonstrator, reach out to me. I'd love to help you with that. And on page 58, we have 2 bundles in this catalog. I can see that I have my camera a little too low, guys. I apologize for that. Let's see if this will help. We have 2 bundles that includes either a punch or a die. So you can order the bundle with the stamp set, which is a great stamp set, and you can indicate whether you want the punch or you want the die, and the die includes 3 dies. The other bundle that does that, which you've seen me use before, is the keeping tabs. So I have the punch and I just punched out those shapes. Okay, so then we have this very pretty bling. So there's a glimmer paper in each of the new in colors, and we've been including it in the kits. And I'm just going to lay that over the top. Now, there's not a lot of open space there to glue, as you can see. So when that happens, I rely on adhesive sheets. And adhesive sheets are just a piece of paper you put on the back that's sticky on both sides. And I peel off the backing. So let's do that. And you'll notice that I have some pieces that didn't pop out. I could spend the time popping them out, or I can just, I want to make sure I'm in camera here so you can see. I can just peel off the back like so. And this is great. You can put it on cardstock, you can put it on like this glimmer paper, and look, as I'm peeling it off, it's pulling out those tiny little pieces that did not want to punch out. And as soon as I say that, it didn't do it here, but we can pop those out. But there's what usually happens. It just pulls them out. So we're going to carefully do that. There we go. Ooh, pretty. Now we have a couple pieces that didn't want to leave the glimmer. So we're going to get rid of those. They don't get to hang around for this card. Little itsy bitsy tiny pieces. What I love about this glimmer paper is it doesn't transfer. Sometimes glitter paper just, you get pieces everywhere, and heaven forbid, do you remember the days when we would put glue down and then put glitter on top of it? Oh, I worked in middle school at the end of my teaching career, which I love middle school kids. And I had a couple teachers when I would help kids with projects who had banned glitter. They couldn't put it on a poster, they couldn't put it on anything. And I kind of understand it travels. But this glimmer paper, nothing comes off of it. It's wonderful. Okay, so now I have this piece, and all I'm going to do is just lay it down. Like, seriously, how easy is that? And then I'm going to decide. I think I want my card going this way, and it doesn't matter because this piece doesn't have an up and down, and these pieces don't have an up and down. Okay, so our card base is pretty in pink. I'm just going to fold that. Oh, and someone asked the other day if they found it helpful when I wrote down numbers. Now, everything is on my blog. Whether you're watching this on Facebook or on YouTube, you can find the information on my blog. But my card base, hope you can read the handwriting, guys, okay, is 5.5 by 8.5, okay? And it's scored or folded, I just fold, but you can score it, at 4 1/4. Okay, Then that little white piece on the front, okay, the card front, which is the same as your card insert, is 4 by 5 1/4. There we go. How easy was that? So now we're going to attach this to our card base, like so. We're going to go for even, okay? So I'm just saying that because I assembled some cards last night and this morning I thought they aren't even on straight. There we go. That's pretty cool, but it's not done, is it? It needs something. So you certainly could add a sentiment. I'm not going to because this one's going to be used for something different than this one. But let's add a touch of bling. So there are gems in the catalog called, right here, 24, 26 in color gems, and I grabbed Pretty in Pink. But if you want contrast, you could grab Shy Shamrock because we use that color on there too. Okay, let's add those to our card. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to put one right here. My rule of embellishments is an odd number, typically 3, and in a roughly triangular shape. So that means 1 is going to be by itself, this one, and 2 are going to be closer together. That makes a roughly triangular shape. There we go. Now, on the inside of this one, I put a birthday sentiment, and it's from Unbounded Love. That's great. This is going to be a thank you card, and what I like about it is I could send the card this way and write in here, but I will probably write it up and down. I like the way that's angled. And so I always write or stamp first, then add a bit of interest. So this is one of the papers that's used on the front. I will do that, and then this. But the reason I do that first is I might mess something up in my handwriting or mess something up with stamping, and so I can just quickly do it again, use the other side, then I'll attach this and put it on the inside. And of course, we're almost done, but we're not there yet because this is a great card and I'm not going to send it in a naked envelope. So I have a strip of paper, again, one of the papers I use there. And we're just going to attach that to the envelope flap. And your envelope flap is 2 1/4 by 6. Now that's for the lovely Stampin' Up envelopes. If you're using some discount envelopes or another brand, just measure. And when you're measuring, you want it to be slightly larger than your envelope flap, like that. Okay, oops, sorry, like that, so you can just see it. Okay, let's get some glue on there. That's gonna go here. I'm just putting glue around the outside. And I use both of these, but there's something about those little polka dots. We're going to show that side. Just going to push it down. If you're looking for this card on my blog, it's called Pretty in Pink Splatter Card. If you're watching this on YouTube, it will be in the comments. I'll post the link in the comments under the YouTube video. There we go. That is all there is to it. And again, this glimmer paper, these prints, they come in all the in colors. You could make a card in every single in color. Wouldn't that be fun? For whatever the mood hits you. There we go. There's our Pretty in Pink splatter card. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it more than you know. If you liked what you saw, could you share it with your crafty friends? And until next time, take care and keep crafting. It's good for you.